Hey everybody, how you doing? Chaz here again. And you know what? I think 10 minutes is a good length for a video, so if that means 2 Robot Masters, that's what we'll do. But anyway. Never mind. I was gonna sneeze. Too bad. Centaur Man. Let's see if we can figure out where you're from. Dry Battery, Ancient City, Ability Unknown, Centaur Man. I guess this would be like Greece or Italy? That seems to make sense, now that I think about it. But yeah, Centaur Man qualifies as the water level in the absence of a straight-up water boss. Blizzard Man is an ice boss, but you know, no reason you can't have an ice boss and a water boss, and a fire boss, and a plant boss, and a tomahawk boss, and a Dr. Wily with sunglasses. Pelicans dropping fish. This level is really not that hard. Centaur Man can be threatening if you don't know how to handle him, but he's generally pretty easy. This was always, for some reason, the first stage I used to try to beat whenever I used to play this game as a kid. I don't know why. I always just thought that he was the first guy you were supposed to do. I didn't know you could do him in any order. Wait, you know, that might not be true. It was either this, I'd rather try to do this stage or Blizzard Man's stage. Because those were the only 2 levels I could ever even get to the boss on. I could never beat him, though. Mega Man games are hard when you're 5. Mega Man games are hard when you're not 5. They're brutal. It's like playing I Want to Be the Guy on hard mode when you're 5. Anyway, yeah, Centaur Man's level. We're underwater. We still got the jet adapter. Something interesting about the jet adapter, let me grab this ammo for no reason. Something interesting about the jet adapter is that being underwater doesn't actually affect the jetting at all. So it's a good way to stop momentum. And physics, too. Good way to stop those. I like this, but it's weird. Not achievable through science, I don't believe. But it's a cool mechanic, nonetheless. And, yeah, physics, again. Science! These guys are interesting, and they actually also hail from Flame Man's stage. You have to charge shot them to kill them. Otherwise, nothing happens, at which point you just knock them over and they explode. Their deaths are much more interesting in Flame Man's stage, I promise you. That guy didn't even bother falling over, he just exploded. Screw the ladders. I have red face. Hey Eddie, give me some stuff. Thanks for that, Eddie. Damn it, Eddie. Why you gotta curse me like that? Submarine! How am I... You know what? Using strategy there. Just blowing on through. Get out of here, submarines. These things are really, really dumb if you're not underwater, but if you're under them, they're threatening. Jellyfishes. Go ahead and fall. Squid Adler is here from Megaman6-4-Centaur Man? One of the harder games of the X series, in my opinion, but we're not going to talk about X series because they're completely different. Secret Centaur Man is so secret. This is, I don't know if I can come back up here, but if you go down that ladder, literally, there's Centaur Man. But here's other Centaur Man, who give us the beat T parts. Again, beaty parts. You are weak to the Night Crusher. Which doesn't really change Mega Man's color scheme that much, come to think of it. Bam! The thing that... Oh, Jesus. The thing that makes Centaur Man tricky is he can teleport. Oh, jeez. So the Centaur Ball does come back to you, but I don't know... Did that give me back my ammo? He can teleport and he can freeze you. And no, that doesn't give me back my ammo. That's kind of dumb. And that scatter shot is easy to hit you with when you can get caught off guard or freeze you and then smack you with it. Anyway, he's dead. I know I'm probably making most of these bosses look easy, but they're actually fairly challenging Buster only. Nightman's not that bad, but Centaur Man, he can take some punishment, Buster only. We got the Centaur Flash, which is the time-freezing weapon of this game. Basically just like every other time-freezing weapon. Except, I'm not sure if you can fire with it or not. Active. Oh well, anyway, we got the B, T, and the E. All that's left to get is the A, but we can't get that till we beat Flame Man, and we can't fight him till we beat Wind Man. So guess what? We're gonna fight Wind Man next time. See you guys later. Hey there, everybody. How you doing? Chaz here, and Wind Man. Not gonna beat around the bush today. So yeah, I think I've decided that I'm gonna cram 2 Robot Masters into each video, and once we get to the Fortress stages, we'll see how that pans out, because I don't really remember how long the Fortress stages are. Panda Bears. So you can expect to see this after, along with Centaur Man. As far as, you know what, you guys already have probably seen Plant Man, Tomahawk Man, and the aforementioned Robot Masters, so I'm not gonna go through those plans. But yeah, this is going to be coupled with Centaur Man, as well as Flame Man and Blizzard Man are also probably going to be coupled together, along with getting the Beat-8 parts and Energy Balancer. Right, so hair dryers that hurt and spit large balls at me, and fans. This is an interesting mechanic. This is one of... I don't really like this stage, or this boss. And it's not... See, it's not that I don't like it. It's not my favorite. I'm never really a fan of sky-themed stages, for the most part. In any game. I mean, I don't know. Just something about them. People seem to take a lot of liberty with sky stages, like in the meaning of pushing you around with this, which can be tricky to judge if you don't have the jet adapter to compensate. So, it's just, I don't know. Stage design here is a little lacking in my opinion. They seem to rely on the fan gimmick too much. And, of course, fans and death spikes. You knew it would happen. Just like, you know, there's not really that many death spikes in Centaur Man stage, considering he's a water boss. Yeah, a water boss. He's a water level. Which, usually they like to cram-a-lam the water levels full of death spikes, like, more death spikes than you can handle. Which is 1. Oh, man, that was close. But yeah, Centaur Man doesn't have that many spikes, and Airman seems to be picking up the... Airman. Blue... You know what? I can't get it right at all. Windman seems to be picking up the slack where Centaur Man's was lacking in death spikes. Anyway. We're gonna go right on back up and kill a panda. Sorry, pal. You have a jetpack on your back for some reason. Hey guys, guess what? More death spikes. And I think we're... No, we're not. I keep forgetting they have 2 different methods of attack. Oh, and it's one of you again. Power Stomp or whatever. Not a fan. Also these little wheel guys, which are always put in really bad positions. Like, for them. They're just really not in good attack positions. And see, it's weird, because, you know, we're in Windman's stage, and we're underground. I guess there is wind in caves, so I can't really talk about that, but... And I don't know what these stupid pandas are spitting in the first place. You know what, that's my first death in, like, 4 or 5 levels, so I can accept that. Do it. But yeah, see, like I said, they're relying on the whole air fan and death spike gimmick too. But I feel like that's how they try and put difficulty into this stage, is death spikes and changing up your movement controls, which is not a type of difficulty I usually enjoy. With water levels, it's different on Gravity Man and space levels and stuff, because it's a consistent difference, but with the fans, it's not a consistent difference, because you're not always on the fans. So, enough about my design qualms. let's kill a panda by shooting him in the pinky toe repeatedly. Never really noticed that this was in a cave before. And never really noticed how annoying those stupid pandas are with their mega range. Let's go ahead and bust out the jet adapter here. And skip past you unsuccessfully. Get some health and some ammo, that we don't need the ammo, but we could definitely use the health. And bust out some Centaur Flash. Get all green and green. And beat the hell out of a Windman, who I don't know where he's from, come to think of it. I'm gonna say China, for some reason. I don't know why. Centaur Flash. Centaur Flash. Guess what? It's really easy to hit him with his weakness. Centaur Flash. You literally don't even need to be pointing at him, you just need to fire and it'll hit him. Centaur Flash. Yet still I almost died. There's my skills for you. You get Windstorm, which is... Yes, it's the bubble lead from Mega Man 2 with a sprite change. Not even a color scheme change, just a sprite change. And with Windman, now we can defeat Flame Man, who will give us the power adapter, who will allow us... I've been through this already. See you guys next time.